welcome back, everyone, to session 29. I pulled it up in time of Call of the Netherdeep. When last we left off, everyone hated each other. And then text RP happened, and now everyone's fine again. So if anybody is watching this on YouTube, yeah, don't want you to be confused. They made up in a text RP between sessions. Well enough, anyway. But yes, it is the next morning. Best. We've made it to the next morning. Found out that Ao's group is also going to be at the Bowl of Judgment. They will be having matches in the morning set. They also signed up 2 days ago, had the rules explained to them, and gave their information already. And these losers didn't even ask what the rules are. So we're gonna find out when we get there. The day of.
Look at us just assuming they'll let us in.
Job. Good job, everyone. So yes. You got up early enough to be able to eat breakfast because her group also is taking time to eat breakfast before they head to the bowl. We kind of traveled there at the end of last session, but now that more things have happened between sessions, what is the plan for the morning?
Still the Bowl of Judgment.
Setting out from the harried mongoose.
We did breakfast.
I know Ben was all about grabbing more honey flame bread. I don't know if that's in addition to breakfast or if he got up early enough to just go grab some. I know, is Ben an early riser?
Hold on, his push to talk is being ridiculous.
Can you hear me?
Well,
now. Couldn't before.
They're in the same room, and that's what's going on here.
Oh. Shenanigans.
No, they could only hear you when I had mine on. Yeah, I told Tony I don't want to be out of the bedroom. I said nope. He said okay, push to talk. And I was like, okay. That's what happened.
Just share a mic.
That's what happened. Okay.
He's figuring stuff out.
Really close to each other on the couch. Breakfast, second breakfast, third breakfast.
Yeah, he'd be doing breakfast everywhere. Extra breakfast.
All the time. We've had one yes. What about second breakfast?
What about 11sies?
And then we have to go to the Bowl of Judgment because we have to actually sign up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But first, commotion? What the hell?
Also, I need to pull some notes up so I have some NPC names for you.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'm glad that Ix is relaxed. They're all those shenanigans.
So many shenanigans.
Making my friendship stronger, one prank at a time.
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, hi.
Yes, Verizon man. Sand Herald, Bowl of Judgment. All right. Let's see what I can do with this one tiny paragraph in the book. Turn that into an entire session here today.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me. There is a second paragraph, but it's 2 sentences long.
That's not a paragraph. Paragraph has to be 3 or more sentences. It can't be 2.
Well, there is a line break, so it's a paragraph.
Rude.
Okay. So, making whatever preparations you wish to for the morning, do you make your way after breakfast to the Bowl of Judgment in the Sand Herald district? Let's see, if I recall, you all went by carriage?
No, we walked.
No, we walked.
Okay. So that has been
magic carpet ride.
Taken care of,
That's
yeah,
true.
naturally. Let's see. All right. As you get closer to the bowl, you find there is quite a crowd of people gathered outside, just queued up to get in. There is somebody, you do see a crier looking for last minute entrance. So you are able to get his attention. It's a goblin gentleman that lets you inside the bowl. I presume you all follow him in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. You are led inside. There is a little bit of a facility like around the perimeter of the bowl. You have just from people hearing people talk, you are aware that this is also the headquarters of the Scar Bearers. So they have their own facilities here, separate from just the arena setup. But you're not going that direction. You're going to sign up for competition. Go beat each other up. Let's see. You are led. Let's see. You are led to an orcish gentleman, very well dressed. Looks like he takes great care with his appearance. His hair looks oiled and slicked back a little bit. Got lots of rings and jewelry in several different kinds of metals, gold, silver, etc. You see him talking with a few people who are running around getting things ready. Goblin brings you to him, is like, Sheed, we've got more competitors for the bull today. It's like, friends, please tell me, what are your names? Introduce yourselves.
I'm Thorn. Just everybody else? Like, are you gonna say anything?
Tell me why I should be excited, please. And he just looks eager to hear more.
From me specifically, now that I've spoken up, or all of us?
of
Okay. Because I was like, oh no.
He's not singling you out.
You want us right now to tell him how we want to introduce ourselves?
Stars
No,
did
just
forewarn
like,
us that that is how this will happen.
Why should he care that you want to be in the Bowl of Judgment?
Because we are a group of adventurers that have fought our way out of the Betrayer's Rise and lived to tell the tale.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds dangerous.
It's so deadly, and up until us, no one had come back out alive.
Oh, now that is a tale.
I punched 2 sharks.
I love this guy. Screw sharks. Sharks suck. They all need a punch once in a while. This is the guy for the job.
They're just animals.
Oh, he said I punched 2 sharks. I'm sorry, I couldn't recover from that.
He's looking at Arno and Ix curiously, inquisitively.
Do I need a reason to be dangerous?
Yeah,
I
just
took
look
down a
at her.
demon with a firework.
I love it. Flashy. Showmanship. That's what we need in the bowl. And you, dangerous without reason. That's the most exciting. Never know what somebody like that is gonna do.
Huh, Ix is gonna kind of smile pleased at herself, like she's so clever.
I don't have stats for this guy, but I feel like he has maximum performance and persuasion.
I feel like that would be true.
Retroactively. All right. Well, he takes you into a room, grabs some documentation, get you signed up, get you to sign some waivers, explain the rules, all the usual stuff.
But now that the rules have been explained to us, what are the rules?
So,
Also, is there anything interesting in the waivers? Like, is there, like, if you die, it's not our fault. Also, you
100%.
sacrifice your soul.
So,
What's...
I do have some rules here. So, first off, most importantly, it is 20 gold to enter as a competitor.
Oh, joy.
Winners will receive a monetary prize determined by their performance and how well the house does on wagers for and against them. So you will get a cut, as it were.
Ben's gonna make so much money if he wins. They're just gonna see this scrawny kid come outside.
He's just carrying all of his gold in like a giant sack. He's just like, look what I got, guys.
First-time participants who are victorious in their debut battles will receive a item of marvelous power to be revealed upon your victory. Bouts today are one-on-one combat. Combat ends when one side or the other is unconscious or yields to their opponent. If you are out of the ring for more than 10 seconds, you forfeit. Try not to kill your opponent if you can help it. Magic greater than second level is forbidden unless both participants agree to hire more powerful magic. Do not affect the spectators negatively, particularly with magic. Provide the greatest entertainment you can muster. That is in the rules. And then, there's some bullet points under that. No mind control, no paralysis, no permanently disabling your opponent, no flying higher than 10 feet. And then under, this list of bullet points, unless it contributes to the viewing experience.
Wow, I'm loving this.
And that is the gist of it. There will be very brief interviews with the pair of people who determine the matchups ahead of time. They will be announced shortly before your turns come up. Let's see. And that about sums it up. Oh, is there anything that's unclear? Can I answer any questions?
I feel like that covers everything.
Yeah.
Can I have my snakes?
You have snakes. Tell me more. Are they
Ix will,
trained combat snakes?
Ix will pull out Spread and Radiant, and they're just gonna be kind of coiled because they're still mad. She's like, no, just little flying snakes. They do bite though. I wouldn't recommend testing that yourself.
These guys are adorable. Are they magical? Do they aid you in combat?
Well, they definitely could, but I mostly just want to keep them on my person. But if you want them to bite someone, do you have poison protection?
We take care of all that stuff. Don't worry about it.
Well, if that's the case, then yes, absolutely, they'll bite someone.
One of our competitors is also a medic.
Good profession to have as a backup, especially with this.
Yeah, they get paid pretty well. All right. Well, you guys are first timers, late comers. We will be putting you in the afternoon set. We have the morning matches already lined up. Those competitors are getting ready for battle today. You're welcome to watch from the stands. There are bookies if you wish to place wagers, or you can watch from the fighters area if you wish to get a preview of what's in store. There's also a bookie down there.
Also, you can spend money here in case I didn't mention it, but you can spend money here.
And you can't bet on each other.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I understand that.
We don't want throwing matches here. We're all here for the entertainment.
Throwing matches? I think I'd be pretty upset if any of you tried that.
There is a reason we have the rule.
Well, I'd love to see these first matches, especially since AO's group is clearly signed up for it.
Alrighty then.
Do it.
Sounds like we're all squared away. Just leaves the matter of entry fees.
Paid.
Oh, yeah. I already took it on my
Paid.
screen.
So he has a clerk there with him who takes and records the 20 gold from each of you. Gets your names. You don't have to say them now unless you want to. Well, I will need, before we get to your respective matches, I will need how you wish to be called and where you claim to be from. So I have that from a few people already. We can finalize that when we get to the break later. But in the meantime, let's watch some matches, shall we? Y'all going up to the stands or the fighters' waiting area? You want the full viewing experience?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. So you are led back up to the spectators area. Since you are participating and you're new, you've kind of paid your entry fee already for being combatant, so they're not going to charge you an entry fee to also be a spectator for the morning. We'll say that's included. All right, you get some seats. They're pretty high up, which is to say they're pretty close to ground level, but the Bowl of Judgment is so named because it is carved down into the ground. And let us change the view a little bit, shall we?
Oh, no way!
Just because we've been looking at that same map for so long, let's mix it up a little bit. All right. All right. Do my...
Is this really this big?
It's a little bit big. The picture is not to scale, but it was the most appropriate one I could find in like 5 minutes.
That's fair.
Alrighty. Okay. So you take your seats. Concessions are available. For about 5 copper, you could each get snacks if you wanted to. But you also just had breakfast, so that's your call. Let's see.
Ben's already in line.
Ben's already called attention to it. Hey guys, they got snacks!
You're sitting there for a little while. It takes a while for everybody who wants to come watch to filter in, get their seats, get their snacks. There are bookies on hand, like walking the rows, checking to see. It was explained you just signal them when each pair of fighters is announced. You'll be given odds, and you can place bets. Those will be recorded. But once everything and everyone is settled in place, the same flashy orc who greeted you and explained the rules, took your money, walks out into the field of battle, resplendent with all of his jewelry sparkling in the morning sun. Sheed Kaltor is the name that you got for him. But takes out a wand, touches it to his throat, and you can hear his voice booming through the entire stadium as if he was standing 10 feet in front of you. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Bowl of Judgment. We've got something a little different for you today, folks. A band of brave warriors has made a perilous journey across the globe, all the way from the treacherous Badlands of Jorhas, just to test their mettle against the greatest warriors our land has to offer. And the stadium just erupts into cheers, jeers, shouting of all kinds of emotions getting in the mix here. Let's see. Well, let us not make you wait any further, folks. Our first match, stalking her prey all the way from Jorhas. I give you the leader of this band, the Blue Hunter, Ao Jabe. And you hear more cheers, jeers. A few people seem to just have intuitively taken up the cheer, Ao, much like in Jigao. It just comes naturally, apparently. It's unavoidable. She embraces it, though.
100%. Ben cheers for AO. Woo!
But will the hunter become the hunted when she faces our very own Nala, the Many Beast? And more cheers as you see down in the bowl, Ao coming out from one side, and a little ways down, a Goliath coming out to meet her in the field. Let's see. Ao, you're familiar with her appearance. She's got her leathers. She's got her harpoon. She's got her bow and arrows. She is ready to go. She looks giddy from a distance. You can tell. You can feel the energy coming from her. The Goliath, you are a little high up. You can make out they also appear to be in some kind of leather or hide armor. They're not like super heavily armed or armored, so unclear what their plan is exactly. But if you were to, does anybody wish to ask for odds or place bets?
Nope, I'm
One
good.
gold on AO.
Yeah.
Okay. You signal a bookie.
I would also like to bet on AO.
Okay, there are odds for each participant. The unknown newcomers have a little bit higher, gold ratio. Like the odds for I don't do much gambling. I keep wanting to say higher odds, but that sounds like they have a higher expectation of winning, higher payout, I suppose. Betting on the Many Beast has a payout of 1.5. So if you put down 10 gold, you would get 15 gold back. AO has odds of 3. So if you bet 10 gold, you would get 30 gold back if she wins. For example.
Put in chat, but Ben is going to put down 5 gold on AO.
Where do we want to? Do you want us to put our bets in Discord or something so you have it?
I'm actually looking at Roll20, so you can type
Okay,
them in
Roll20
Roll20 if you like.
All right.
Let me also write down these odds so I remember what they were.
Is there a limit to how much we can bet?
Oh my god.
We're not even in a casino. Please, let's not have a gambling problem right here in the stands.
I mean, I feel like you can do whatever you want as long as you got the money.
Yeah, it's your money.
I got the money.
Bets. They don't give you a number, but large bets, the bookie tells you, must be approved.
How about 100 gold?
It says, "Let me go get my boss."
Above my pay grade, sir. Give me a moment.
Okay, so Ben, Arno, and Lucas are all putting 5 on AO. Let's see. Thorn, give me a charisma check on this guy just to, and a general show of trustworthiness. You're not trying to get this place off, or you have no ill intent. You're just real excited about betting lots of money.
Just straight charisma?
Just charisma. It's not gonna be like a super high DC or
10.
anything. 10. Okay, well 10 was the DC. So,
Oh.
You look
So,
dressed up just
Thorn.
enough to be reputable.
So Thor, you are actually betting 100 gold
Yes.
on AO.
Yep. On her
Okay.
winning.
Well, there goes my theory. I thought you were gonna be like, wait for everybody to be surprised. Me like, no, on that many beast thing.
I mean, I'm excited here, and let me tell you, there's gonna be so much ribbing later. So much.
I know if she loses,
If she loses, he's gonna complain to her so fucking much. Like,
This is the real reason he's doing it. I put all my money on you. Look at the show of faith. You fucked it up.
you owe me
I believed in you and you let me down.
Like the one time. The one time. Okay.
But if he wins, he can take her out on a date with the money he won.
300 gold
Take her
gold
out on a
date. That's
after you
fucking
rejected
expensive.
Ix so hard. Please do it. I want to see how murder is gonna happen. It's gonna be a soap opera so fast. People are gonna die, come back to life, come back as step siblings, whatever. It's gonna happen. It's gonna go down.
Believe it. All right. So time is given for the spectators to place bets on Ao versus Nala, the Blue Hunter versus the Many Beast. Heather, I'm going to have you roll some d20s for me.
Ooh!
Go ahead and roll 1 to start with.
That is a 12.
12. All right. Just let me pull up some statistics as well. All righty. Ao goes first. All right. Ao prepares to meet the Many Beast. They start at opposite ends of their ring. From a distance, hard to tell exact measurements, but the area that is allotted for the single combat looks to be maybe 30 feet by 50 feet, give or take. So since they are starting at the corners, Ao just right away pulls out her bow takes a number of shots at Nala. Roll 2d20s for me, Heather.
Oh,
You got a 1.
yeah, I got a natural 1 and a 19. Oh, I'm
Alright.
sorry, 18. So yeah, a 1 and an 18.
Okay. Her first shot goes wide, hits the wall of the stands below the spectators. You can see somebody across from her who is dressed in very official looking garb, like very clearly gives her a signal to cut that out or else. No affecting the spectators. So if you're gonna miss, don't miss that badly. Her second shot, though, sticks into the flesh of the many beast, dealing a pretty good blow. The Goliath, yeah, you're about to find why this Goliath is known as the many beast, as in their place suddenly there's a ginormous snake just taking up about a quarter of the arena, slithers with lightning speed over to Ao, tries to constrict around her, but Ao is able to dodge out of the way. Failing that, takes a big bite. This is a huge snake, by the way, in mechanical terms. This huge snake strikes down at Ao, and its fangs dig into her flesh a little bit. Go ahead, give me 2d20s again.
Oh, I don't like this. That is a 19 and a 10.
Okay. Over the next few rounds, Ao does her best. She is able to dance out of the way of this giant snake's strikes and attempts to constrict her. While she abandons her bow for the moment, takes out her spear-like harpoon, is taking several attacks at it. This snake is looking very bloodied, and eventually, it takes some doing. She does reduce it back down to the form of a Goliath that looks hale and hearty, because the Goliath herself has taken no damage so far.
Oh, no! I was a druid once. I knew this was going to happen, and I'm still upset.
Nala's turn again. She takes another form, one that probably most of you are unfamiliar with. Make nature checks. Anybody who thinks they know stuff about animals.
What's my modifier? Because that's a 17 on the dot. One
Nice.
second.
10.
What is it? Nature?
Nature.
17.
17. Okay. All right.
Thorn
yeah,
got
as
1.
expected.
He has never seen an animal in his life.
That first one, that was a snake, right? Is that the right word?
Mod 20 for nature.
Okay. Lucas, you feel like maybe you've heard people talking about stuff like what you're seeing as like legendary things. Arno, you've most definitely heard songs and tales about beasts such as this. This is a Quetzalcoatlus, and I probably butchered that name a little bit because it's the first time I've ever said that word out loud. It is, for those of you watching at home, it is basically a pteranodon, but the tips of its wings can be used as little feet, and it can walk around on the ground like a quadruped, which is weird. But taking this form, Nala leaps into the air, swoops at Ao and then circles above her hauntingly. Does take another bite out of the blue hunter. Heather, couple of d20s as Ao pulls her bow out again.
Oh my god.
It's not much else he can do beyond except shoot at it.
It's an 8 and a 17. I'm so sorry, Ao. This is just going 50-50, man.
Okay. Ao has learned her lesson about the angle of her shots. She tries to get beneath Nala so that any that miss come more or less not straight back down. She doesn't want to hit herself with her own dang arrow. She doesn't want to look like a dumbass if she can help it. She does get a few shots into the Quetzalcoatlus as it keeps swooping down, making flyby attacks at her, just whittling each other down. Ao does eventually take this form down as well, but she is quite battered and beat up herself. Heather,
No.
I need a D100.
39. I'm sorry, Ao. I'm sorry, Thor.
So Ao taking down the flying sorrow form of Nala stands strong with her harpoon in hand. She rushes towards her now grounded again foe, but Nala is too fresh, and with a little spell work and a shillelagh, is able to knock Ao down, and Ao does not get back up.
Oh, sorry.
I knew I should have had no faith in her.
What a day.
Don't worry, Thorn. If you make a bunch of smaller bets over the next couple fights, maybe you'll make it back.
He's over here just seething at his own choices.
Oh, that's not a good start, folks. Crew from Jorhas better step up to make up for their leader's failure.
Ow.
She took down 2 beasts. Boo!
It
She
looks
did
like the many beast was too many. All right. He MCs a little bit, gets the crowd hyped up a little more while Nala walks off victorious. Ao is gotten back up and taken back to the fighters area.
Oh, she gonna be pissed, guys.
And she
Good thing
gets
we're not
ready.
betting on
Villain's
this from the
origin
fighter's
story.
She gets ready to announce the next pair of combatants. Even in the darkest corners of Jorhas, the smallest spark can still ignite the light of hope. And he introduces Dermot coming out to the fighting area. But when all hope is lost, there is one who comes to grant you a peaceful end. And he switches to a stage whisper that is still amplified and comes across to all of you clearly. The White Death. Silence. And he introduces
What
an
the
albino Kenku wearing light gray robes and looking very ominous.
Watch Dermot
I'm-
just hit him on the head, and this dude just falls.
And
I'm
I'm
so
getting
ready for Dermot.
political
5 gold on
text
Dermot.
messages that need to leave me alone.
Well,
Oh,
on the
yeah.
plus, all of these announcements have definitely made me pick which of my intros.
Fair enough.
Oh, 20 gold.
All right.
Oh, okay, Thorn. Yeah, you're cutting it back a bit. You gotta earn it back just little by little.
So odds are ×2 payout on silence, or a ×3 payout again on Dermot. So Dermot has slightly better odds against his opponent, but about the same. So Thorn is 5 on Dermot.
No, Thorn is 20 on Dermot.
No, Thorn's
20
20.
on Dermot. That's what I meant to say, but it's not what I wrote down.
Everyone else is 5 on Dermot so far.
Arno and Lucas. Oh, Ben is also 20.
Oh, Ben's like, yeah, for sure. He won't do it for Ao, but for Dermot, 100%. It makes sense if he's
Dem-
it's like,
Ben's got a lot of faith in Dermot.
It's true. It's very fair.
I'm just
Kind of like
keeping it
Thorn having a
even.
lot of faith in Ao.
Right. Well, Thorn's faith was about 5 times greater than Ben's faith.
Ben's
And-
about 5 times less risky than Thorn.
It's true. I'm just gonna keep it even. 5 on each person. All good.
Hmm.
We all
See
go
who
all in
makes
on
your money
Gal, though.
back.
Yeah, right? That's all I need. I just need to break even. The real trick is when Thorn tells Ao later, I bid 100 gold on you. So then she bids 100 gold on him. And then he wins, and then she takes him out to dinner.
oh, that would be freaking adorable. I'd kill her.
That'd be. I was gonna say that'd be hilarious, but now I'm a little fearful.
They can have a little hate date.
She's like, what's that? We're going to a girls' night at the spa? Oh, what a perfect place to drown. She got a little too relaxed.
I didn't know she couldn't swim. I thought she was just, chilling.
She could swim. We've literally seen her swim.
Ayo, the water genasi
Shut
doesn't know how to fucking swim.
Yeah, drowns. What did Genasi drowns? And Ix is like, oh no, there's definitely not foul play. I don't know, she got a cramp.
A cramp in her
Couldn't
lungs.
have eaten right before getting in the water.
Such a big hearty dinner.
All right. So, time is allotted for bets to be placed on the Light of Hope versus the White Death. Tony, if you would roll me a d20 for Dermot.
Natural 20, little buddy.
Dermot.
Oh my God, he came in hard.
Dermot easily gets the initiative against Silence. Dermot prepares himself with a blessing from the Luxon, grasping his holy symbol as he casts his spell to bolster himself. And he prepares himself. Let's see. Okay, yes. He raises his shield and his warhammer, prepared for a battle. The albino Kenku, whose face is somewhat shrouded by their gray hooded cloak and robes, they prepare themselves by casting a spiritual weapon that looks like a golden vulture ready to strike at the little goblin.
He just summoned a Pokemon.
Friends, just like your snakes, right?
Not no giant snake. Oh my God, that'd be cool if they were giant.
I'm going to need a couple of d20 rolls from Tony.
Not so good this time. 6 and a 1.
Well, that was a 3 and a 1. So these guys are flinging some spells at each other. Dermot casting his Searing Wrath that you've seen him use a number of times. But since he is not restricted to ranged combat at the moment, he decides, all right, this isn't working, so he needs to close the distance, come in with his Warhammer, use his blessing to help him out a little bit with that. So he moves into melee. You see the Golden Vulture tries to strike down at his goblin form, but he is able to evade it without much trouble so far. The Kenku's white feathery hands, as he approaches, they light up with kind of a dark purplish, shadowy flames, it almost looks like. And they look ready to do nasty things to this poor goblin. A couple of d20s again. See how close combat goes for Dermot.
Somehow, 2 12s.
Somehow a 4 and an 11. So neither of them is having a good day. Whatever that spell the Kenku cast is, looks pretty dangerous. So Dermot doing his best to keep a distance, but that keeps him from landing too many decisive strikes. Let's see. I was gonna have him do some other stuff, but he doesn't really need to like heal or anything like that at the moment. So yeah, let's see. Couple more d20s. Let's see if which of them can make up the difference, start dealing some damage.
Well, it's probably not our friend.
Ooh.
Stop using the soulless dice to help the cleric.
Well, this cleric rolled 2 19s.
When I
Fortunately, not
roll,
crits.
all dice are soulless.
It's not true.
Dermot is doing his darndest, trying to stay away from those spells, trying to get in some hits with his hammer. Backs off for a moment, tries to cast his Searing Light again, the Light of Hope, as you will. But the Kenku ducks around when Dermot tries to back off, approaches him from a low angle, grabs onto either arm, and just Dermot kind of cries out, both in surprise and pain, as Silence lands 2 vampiric strikes. And then another, and then another on our poor goblin. He is not visibly wounded, but he's in rough shape. Tony, if you would roll a D100.
Oh no!
Dermot attempts to yield. He backs off, holds off a hand, throws down his warhammer. Silence continues.
That rat
Boo!
bastard.
I'm going to have you
What?
roll me another D20, Tony.
Just gonna
Okay.
keep them low.
See, now, I thought you had a pretty good chance because I rolled an 8 there. Yeah, the Kentu continues their assault with the vampiric strikes. A referee has to run out and separate the two.
I think we figured out why this group is staying in the like poor inn. It's because they suck at everything.
Aww.
They specifically requested a challenge, according to AO.
I know. Why did she do that?
Dude, it's not just that, but like we say that as Tony and I rolled ass for both of them.
Oh, it's because we suck then.
I just feel responsible.
Only out of character.
Yeah, out of character. Yeah, in character, X is like, what the hell?
Come on, guys, what are you doing down there? All
Get your
right.
head in the game.
Yeah, no, it's you can't really tell what the situation is from way up high where you are, but for some reason, this Kenku has it in for Dermot. But they, like I said, they separate the two, pull them apart. Dermot is taken off to be healed by a different medic, because the White Death is their cleric for the arena normally.
He's dick.
Oh, what? So is it like considered? What would that word be? I don't know. It's frowned upon that you can't heal the person you just beat to shit.
I feel like they're just not going to.
Conflict of interest. That's what it was.
Yeah, conflict of interest. I still want to keep beating you
In the face, like.
I can't heal you because I'm so angry that you're still alive.
Oh, not off to a good start for AO's group. I have to find ways for you all to get more money at some point, because dang.
We're gonna spend it all on these guys.
It is true.
Too much faith, apparently.
How's Thorn doing with his mummy that he's losing?
He's completely silent and sour looking.
He is pissed.
All right.
For the record, just to put it in the stream, Kitty's bet is that Irvin is the only one who is going to win.
She's right. Ix would be pissed. She'd be like, "Are you serious? Are you serious?
no.
Are you serious? Over Maggie? Over? Come on."
Now I want it. I want it to happen. Just Irvin needs it.
Does Irvin need it?
Dude, he lost his whole family in Bazzoxan. The wastes on the way to Bazzoxan lost his whole freaking caravan, dude.
And then, it scared the shit out of him this morning with his snake.
Actually, she didn't scare the shit out of him. He got up because he was worried about Galceriad, and then Gal was the one that slapped him in the face.
He got forearmed in the nose. Trying to get the snake safely away from him. He sacrificed the integrity of his nose to keep Spren safe.
Aww, buddy.
I hope you're happy.
I am. I appreciate you.
All right. The arena is, or the combat floor is cleared again to make way for the next pair. Let's see. She introduces Bout 3. After his studies of the universe's infinite potential in Jorhas's hallowed halls of learning, we are to be granted just a taste of that infinity, thanks to Tunamancer Galceriad Ardith. This voice is really hard on my throat.
Wow, dude, I feel like my introduction is shit now.
This man comes up with the introductions. He just wants your name and where you're from. And then he gets creative.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then damn, I'll make that work.
Yeah, like he did not ask for... he asked why he should care, but he's gathering material. Gotta have something to work with. So who can stand against such a power as the universe itself? We must call upon another who studies the universe. From the Starlight Conservatory in Drusar, he is the Wall, who stands strong against all things. Arcanist Barian Nilo. And after Galceriad walks out, you see a high elven figure, also clad in very fancy, scholarly-looking robes, kind of mirroring our dark elf friend, walks out to meet him in battle. And no, I'm not going to vote for you. Leave me alone. Okay. It's that time of year. Uh, so, odds for Galceriad versus Barian. Barian has a payout of ×2. Galceriad has a payout of ×4.
I'm gonna bet 30 gold on Gal.
Of course you are.
Big spender.
Let's see. So Thorn is 30. Ben is 20. Arno is 10. X is 10. X is finally betting. And Lucas is 5. Got to make all
And
your money
Thorn
back,
is
Lucas.
sour. That's my goal. Break even.
Thorn is over here, like, ready to. He's like, I'll kill all these people. I'll rob them to get my money back.
I mean, yeah, actually, if Gal wins, Thorn will break even. So
Oh, you won't.
On 0?
I've lost
Did you make a
120
bet I
gold,
missed?
so yeah. It would be breaking
yeah,
even.
yeah.
4 times payout on 30.
Yep.
Well, I just don't see a a bet for Thorn. Did he bet elsewhere?
Well,
30
He said
gold.
it.
it was. He just said it out loud. Also, I guess
Oh, okay, understand.
you won't quite break even because you're getting your 30 back, and then 90 more on top.
Oh
of that.
yeah, true.
So you're closing the distance anyway.
Yeah. That's
So,
what the other two are
Assuming he
for.
wins.
let me pull up Galceriad here. Galceriad Ardith. Guy using his full name over here. Actually, 2 of them have used their full name. Got that branding. It's important. Alrighty.
Does Arno
So-
recognize Galceriad's last name for any reason? Like super fancy family.
Can make a history check. I think he has said his name before. I don't remember if he has.
Oh, I only remember his
Oh,
first name, but that could just be me.
No, I think that they've only ever told us their first names. If their last names ever came up, I think it was only Ao's, and she's considered the leader.
Yeah.
I think a couple of last names might have come up like went back in Jagao, but then they haven't been used since then, and that was in like April.
Yeah. History. 16.
16. Okay. Doesn't particularly ring a bell as a noteworthy family name that you've heard of.
Okay.
Sounds like it suits him, I guess. That said, Andy, if I could have you roll for Galceriad's initiative.
All right. 14 is what I rolled.
All right. Galceriad takes the initiative.
All right. Oh, there's so much pressure. Okay.
This man has prepared himself in advance properly with his mage armor, although from the look of his opponent, they probably have as well. Also, his opponent is carrying a shield, but is not otherwise armored, so more evidence for mage armor. Not carrying a weapon, though. They seem to just be ready to sling some spells back and forth.
Okay.
So if I could have you, Andy, roll me a d20, couple of d20s.
Oh. So one is a 7. So the other is a 17.
Okay. These two elves are slinging spells back and forth at each other. Galsariad casting his strange dunamantic cantrip that you've seen him use, his drain potential, trying to use that infinite potential of the universe against his opponent here. The other is slinging, basic stuff, fire bolts, stuff like that. Galsariad so far is able to evade best he can. One of his spells looks like it's about to connect with the high elf, but he does something and it deflects it seemingly with his shield. Two more d20s for me.
Okay. Hold on, I have to heat up one of my dice because I'm giving him my special liquid core die.
Gotcha. Don't want to use a cold die on Gal.
Yeah, I feel like Gal would have cool dice. That's what I'm saying.
But not cold dice.
Not cold. Because then the liquid core it's like swirled. It's super cool. I don't know if you can see it. The inside is all swirly glitter. Okay.
I
One.
believe you.
Okay. One is a 12, and then the other one is a 16.
All right. More spells back and forth. Gal seems to mostly be relying on his basics that he has honed, casting that drain potential over and over again. A couple of them do get past this guy's defenses. He seems very resistant to a lot of the magic that Gal is throwing at him, between something he's doing with his shield and occasionally just a shield spell kind of flings these away. But Gal is able to get around him a few times. This guy's having bad luck, though, with his own attacks in return. He seems to also mostly be relying on cantrips. It's a little odd. He looks like he has more stuff going on that he's holding back on. One more pair of d20s for me.
A 5 and a 14.
5 and 14. Okay. Galsariad is getting a little impatient with this battle, it seems. He gets ready. He yells something indistinct at his opponent, which, out of character, he's yelling, "I'm sure they can put you back together after this." He casts his little gravity well that you've seen him use out in the barbed fields. Distort gravity, that's what it's called.
She's straight up trying to kill this man.
He starts to throw out this little tiny black hole that, you've seen this. You're expecting the nice
Little tiny
big
black hole.
explosion of a void in space gonna suck this guy in and crumple him a little bit. That doesn't happen. He casts out his distort gravity spell. The other elf holds out a hand and seems to be stealing power from it.
Oh, that's fucked.
Oh no.
As he counterspells, but his counterspell comes with a fun little twist.
Oh no.
This other elf then, having countered Gal's trump card, holds a hand out to his side, and a spear appears in his hand. He charges at Galsariad, ready to unleash the energy that he just stole from him. Roll me a d100.
Oh god, please be over 50. Please be over 50. Okay.
All right. 68.
The elf charges at Galceriad. Galceriad seemed annoyed, like incredibly just annoyed and distraught that his big spell was canceled out. But then you see that his frustration was, well, based in reality, also a ruse. He sidesteps, grabs the guy, drains all of the potential that he has, and this high elf collapses to the ground unconscious. And Gal was rolling quite a bit better than him, so his odds actually were slightly better on the D100.
Nice.
40 or higher would have gotten it.
Good job,
Those
Gal. I have
those first
broken
two-
even.
That's fantastic.
First two fights, they just were having some rough rolls compared to their opponents. But yes.
What was Gal's ratio again?
So Gal was a ×4 payout.
Okay.
Oh, so I got 20 gold back from my 5 gold?
So Lucas paid 5, and then you get 20 back, including your 5.
So 20 total.
So a net gain of 15.
Yes. Okay.
Ix and Arno, net gain of 30. Ben, a net gain of 60. And Thorn, a net gain of 30. 90, rather.
Nice.
I
Very
can
nice.
math. I was thinking about multiple things at the same time there.
For a second there, I'm sure someone would like, excuse you, no. Mm-mm.
Good job, everybody.
So Irvin won't be the
Okay,
only
last
one who
22.
wins. Excellent. Most excellent. So that's 1 and 2 for AO's group so far. The battlefield is cleared once again. The ringmaster comes out to announce the 4th pair of combatants as the DM prepares his voice a little bit. The wastes of Jorhas are a harsh motherland, said to cull the weak, where only the strongest and hardiest warriors can thrive. Here, to show us exactly what that looks like, I give you the Survivor. And Irvin comes out onto the field looking as gangly as ever. And
Oh my god, they said Survivor? Oh, honey, no.
What he chose?
that is the name he gave them.
Really? Oh, that poor boy. He needs
There
a
is
hug.
there is so much jeering from the crowd right now.
See, it's funny because since nobody from here is from Jorhas, he literally could have been called the Waste Walker.
That's true.
But this is a tribute, guys. This is a tribute to his family, all right?
Yeah, but what if he loses though? It's like, ooh.
Here we go. Okay.
All right.
What are the odds?
Well, you need his opponent first.
Oh, right.
Coming from Bassaris in the Hellcatch Valley, this one has also been tested against both strength and treachery, and proven himself to be mighty. Thok the Ruiner. And you see coming out to oppose Irvin is a very stereotypical looking orc barbarian fellow with a very big axe. He looks like he is ready to wreck Irvin's day. Odds on this battle: 1.5 payout on Thok, which is Thokk if anyone cares. ×5 payout on Irvin.
Can't.
They think this boy gonna be smashed.
What if he surprises us, though?
It's gonna be so
I'm
good.
putting down 10. I'm gonna put down 10.
10 gold? Oh, man.
Ix isn't playing this one.
I'm gonna... Oh, do I go big?
Do it. You have money left? Go big.
I got money back.
Oh, that's true. You can
Oh
put
my
all
God,
that money down.
You're still in the hole.
I am. Your point.
And if Irvin wins, he's
It's
gonna
in
make a
character.
lot of it back.
Let's put down
And
100
then
gold
some.
again.
Oh my god.
Man.
The bookie calls his supervisor over. You
Make
don't
sure
have to
celebrate
roll.
your first loss.
This guy looks he's having trouble hiding his excitement that you're putting 100 gold on that guy.
He said on that guy. Jesus.
Did we forget how to spell his name? Hold on.
I mean, I definitely typoed, but there's no fixing that in Roll20, so.
Oh yeah, yep, you're right. You're right, Kitty.
My typo was a bit closer than yours, though.
It was adjacent anyway.
Letter
It's
adjacent.
just as like I did it wrong, but you did it wrong worse.
Jess was obviously going for the A. I was not. I was just like,
You were on the other side of the keyboard.
Oh god.
So Lucas and Arno are putting down 10 on Irvin. Ben is putting 20, and Thorn is doing another hundo. All right.
Can't wait to regret this decision.
It's okay. I meant to put 5 and put 10, and we're rolling with it, so.
All right, Bast, if you would roll a d20 for
Okay.
Irvin.
Alright, Thorny Dice. Treat Irvin kindly, because our money's rolling on. Oh, God. 7.
Strong start. Gotta build up to
Papa
the showmanship.
needs a wallet that's not empty. All righty. You said you got what?
7.
Okay. What is Irvin's dexterity? Well, Thok, with advantage, also got a natural 7. I'm gonna say Irvin wins because he's a roguish boy. Probably has better dex than the barbarian by a little bit. So Irvin takes the initiative. He has out a dagger and a short sword, ready to dual wield this guy. He looks like he is playing it safe to start with. He approaches slowly and looks like he's taken evasive measures to be careful around this guy. Thok immediately goes into a rage and there's like this piercing scream that comes from him as he enters a berserk state.
Well,
If you
we're
would roll me
skipping.
2 d20s.
Oh god.
Okay, those were actually good with a 17 and a 19.
Okay.
Let's see. Thok the Ruiner swings as strong as he can over and over again and wildly at this little scrawny guy from the wastes. And Irvin looks like this is just another Grissom to him. He's just sidestepping. It's like, oh.
Is he basically pulling like a Samurai Jack kind of
He's
deal
a
right
little
now?
bit doing a Samurai Jack. And because this guy raging is doing reckless attacks, Irvin is getting sneak attacks over and over again on him.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So he's just like stepping to the side, under the ribs, stepping to the side, onto the shoulder. Like this orc is just getting messed up. He's off to a bad start.
All of a
Audience
sudden,
has-
Irvin is a surgeon.
The audience has no idea what to make of this. Give me 2 more d20s again.
Okay. Okay, well, that's a 6 and a 10.
Oh Lord.
That's about on par with this guy. The berserker is getting very frustrated. Not that he looks much different from like non-frustrated berserk frenzy. Uh, he does eventually manage to land a hit or two on Irvin. Um, Irvin does his best though to kind of roll with the hits and minimize the damage he's taking. Uh, he's having a little bit of trouble getting back in because this berserker is pushing back enough to get him on guard. Uh, as we move into the last couple of d20 rolls.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was the one rolling. 10 and 12.
You're
The
just 2 and
suspense
12.
is killing me.
Where
You
was
said-
that? Like, oh my god.
So what was the first one?
10 and 12.
Well, he got a 2 and a 1.
No
So
way.
Urban is back on the offensive, just throwing this guy completely off balance. Like mostly just like he's put his short sword away. He just has a dagger. He's showing off now. Yeah. No, this orc is just getting messed up. Roll me a d100.
Okay. Where's... Hold on. There we go. 25. I feel like that's gonna be bad.
Oh god.
Thok looks like he's about to go down. But he's an orc. And we know what orcs do. I think we've encountered enough orcs. We know how
You know what
they're
half
like.
orcs do.
Yes. Which they get from their orc parents, not their human parents. Thok starts to go down, catches himself with the butt of his axe on the ground, and he does like a big old backswing at Irvin, which catches Irvin off guard. And he just gets a big nasty gash over his front, and Irvin starts to fall. But then Irvin, in a similar display, catches himself. He goes down to a knee, but mirroring the motion, he catches like the tip of his dagger pushes off of the ground, and he stabs up at Thok. And in the most unlikely to anyone else watching scenarios, Thok goes down.
Thorn cheers so fucking loud. Like
Thok was rolling like shit that whole time.
Respect.
Well, damn. Boy held in.
The crowd, it's like when Thok got up and Irvin was about to go down, the crowd erupted in cheers. When Irvin got back up and took Thok out for good, the stadium is almost silent for a few moments.
Everyone's like, oh,
Except for our party.
And then Thorn starts to cheer. Yeah.
And then some of the crowd goes wild.
I also want known that Thorn isn't like cheering like Irvin's name. He's probably just like, yeah, that fucking scrawny ass bastard did it. Like...
He's insulting him while being happy that he won. That's on brand.
Irvin just kind of like rolls his shoulders a little bit and is stretching his neck out because that kind of hurt. And he walks off back to the fighters area, and Thok is dragged away. Like a guy gets under each of his arms and like drags him back because he is out. So yeah.
would like to know how much money I just made.
That is very important. So,
Thorn made a lot more than me, but I'd like to know.
so gross winnings. Lucas gained 40 gold from that.
Mhm.
After his bet of 10, Arno as well gains 40. Ben got 80 from his bet of 20. Thorn got a profit of 400 gold.
Wait, does this
Wow.
mean
Is
that
that
Thorn
on
has to
Irvin?
take out Irvin now?
I hear silence from Bastion.
You guys are the ones who have made this up, so I don't know what you expect me to say.
X would also kill Irvin. Equal opportunity.
Very good, very good. Well, eventually the crowd gets noisy again, little by little. A lot of confused yelling. A lot of people very upset that they lost a lot of money.
That was
'Cause
my mortgage payment, Bob.
They thought they had that in the bag. Probably not very many people bet on Irvin. You get the feeling from the noises coming from the rest of the stands.
Straight up silence. People are like, the fuck?
Sheed Kaltor comes out one more time to announce the 5th bout of the morning as the DM prepares again to do the voice. I'm gonna need some water after this because I used it all up already. To wrap up the morning matches, we've got something big planned for you today. Now, they say size doesn't matter, but I sure wouldn't want to get on these fighters' bad side, folks. She prefers to let her skill speak for itself. The anchor of our band from Jorhas, Steel Magnolia. As Maggie comes out very casually, this is where she belongs, and can't nobody tell her otherwise.
She's feeling it.
She doesn't saunter. She's not like, she doesn't have a swagger. She belongs here. This is her place. She walks out to the arena as her opponent is also announced. Rising to meet her, an ill omen flares its light across the bowl. Prepare yourselves for Red Moon Ruel. And a roan-colored minotaur, about the same size as Maggie, comes out onto the field.
Ooh.
With the largest scimitar you've ever seen, hanging on his back. And this guy, he looks like he tries to keep it cool, but he does have a swagger. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna take this match. That's the vibe you're getting off of this guy.
Oh, I hope she smacks him.
Mm-hmm.
So they come out to the field, facing each other. Odds on this bout. Red Moon Ruel, 1.5 payout. Steel Magnolia, ×2.
Oh, that's pretty close.
×2.
Rude. But we're still betting on Maggie.
Always.
Well, it's less rude. Irvin had such a high payout because they didn't think he stood a chance. These numbers are very close to each other.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
They have to give the better odds because of the newcomer status versus the established arena fighter.
Fair.
So
Betting
1.5
Maggie.
on the Red Moon, ×2 on Steel Magnolia.
Mm-hmm.
×2.
Several people are typing.
I want so much money.
Well, dang.
We're all betting big.
Oh,
I was
my
always
goodness.
intending to bet the highest on Maggie. Lucas
Me
and
too.
Maggie
Oh.
are bros.
All right.
We arm wrestled, though none of you knew that or believed that.
Nope,
Yep.
it
Even-
didn't happen.
Even
No
even
pictures.
with the medal.
Oh man, though, if she lost an arm wrestling competition against Lucas, like,
Lucas is like, yeah, we got this. I beat her in an arm. I was like, I'm rethinking the amount of money I just put down.
also I agree with Kitty. Steel Magnolia is such a cool fucking name.
It
Like,
really
It
is.
is.
god damn, girl.
Freaking
I
Oh,
spent-
Maggie!
I spent way too much time trying to figure out what the heck kind of flower is on her breastplate. I don't know if it's a magnolia, but it looks close enough.
I think it fits for Maggie.
And
It
also
really does.
Maggie, magnolia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is like that popped into my brain, and I'm like, yes, that's the
Mhm.
one. I'm getting things on this. No. Calm down, touchpad. That's amusing. Okay. Well, Ben is putting down a very large wager. The bookie
Oh.
has to get his supervisor. Somebody pinging where you are in the stands. Is that what that was?
Can I vouch for Ben in case he needs
You
to make
can.
Yeah.
So, Ben, charisma check with advantage. You're not trying to lie, so it's not canceled out by disadvantage.
I don't know what I got. I think I got a 15. Hold on.
You got a 15.
Okay, sorry. It's fun because when I leave it open in D&D Beyond, it doesn't always show it correctly like it does here.
Gotcha. So yeah, they let you put down your 100 gold wager.
Fist bump for Thorn.
Thorn does not reciprocate.
Oh, sorry. I zoned. What?
I gave you a fist bump for backing me up there.
Oh, yeah, totally. Fist bump.
So Ben 100, Thorn and Lucas 40, or
50.
50, and Arno 40.
Mhm.
Reading and typing different things at the same time.
Is Ix not betting?
Ix has only bet on Galsariad a little bit so far.
Yep. She's
You're
not betting
assuming
this time.
Ix has money?
You know, that's fair.
She over here spending all of it.
Ix definitely had money at one point.
Yeah, she
Oh,
went
yeah.
shopping several times in Uncle so far.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse you. It's called retail therapy.
It's called broke.
Yeah,
And
she broke, bitch.
also paying back her short friends.
That is true.
All right.
Being broke don't fix
So, Jess,
it. Yeah.
if I could have you roll for Maggie's initiative as I pull up
Let's
her
do this.
stats. And
Maggie gets a
she-
5.
Oh God.
I believe, though, let me pull it up and make sure.
Plus 17 initiative.
Maggie has advantage on initiative.
Roll again. Roll
Maggie
again.
gets a net 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good because this big boy got a natural 17. So Maggie takes the initiative. If I could have you roll 2d20s for me, for Maggie, as she pulls out her very large maul and prepares to do her thing.
2d20s.
Yes.
We have a 16. And what is that? A 9.
15 and 9, all right. Maggie goes to meet the Red Moon on the field of battle. I had to pick the most triggering name I could for at least one person.
Fuck you, dude.
Let's see. Where?
I thought he did it on purpose, but I was like, no, I'm just being sensitive. Now I know better.
I mean, yeah, no, literally the Bowl of Judgment is like the one paragraph. And all except for the MC, all the characters were by me.
Well, they're fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm
thank
living
you.
for this.
Okay. All right. So getting a start here, Maggie charges towards this Minotaur, who is caught a little off guard by how quick she is to get things started. He takes a hit, kind of rolls with it, similar to what Irvin was doing, lessening the damage but still taking the blow. He tries to get in some return attacks with his very large scimitar, that in any of your hands would be like trying to wield a great sword or something. But he's doing it as if it weighs a couple of pounds.
So Arno wouldn't be able to pick it up.
It's about as tall as Arno.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's just a little scimitar. It looks
Little-
it looks relatively small in his hand, but it's not.
He's a giant.
But yeah, no, he's taken some swings at Maggie. She is able to position her armor so that it is, for the most part, deflecting off of the metal she is wearing. She's off to a good start. A couple more D20s for Maggie. I'm using
5
her-
and 16.
I'm using her own die.
No,
against
wait.
her. This feels
5 and
dirty.
18.
5 and 18. All right.
All right. There's a little reflective.
Marvelous. There's a little back and forth, both trying to evade the other. Ruel does get in some like strategic hits that seem to hit Maggie pretty bad, but she gets in some licks herself. Roll 3d20 for Maggie. Daggy.
Mm-hmm.
3d20. 1 is an 18. 2 is a nat 20. 3 is a 19.
Well, dang.
Living for it.
Maggie gets herself into a. She's really working on her footwork here, trying to throw this guy off balance. He seems kind of dexterous, kind of skillful, but she's fought people like that before. She's getting in his space, not letting him back off and get room to do his maneuvers. She uses her action surge to get in even more attacks, just laying on the pressure on this guy. Several of her blows look like they're already about to knock him down to the ground. Go ahead and roll a D100.
How do I read a D100? Is the percentile die the first digit or the second?
Percentile would be, well, there should be one that has
There's one with
the
the zeros
tens.
on it, like 10, 20, 30, and there's a 3.
Okay, yeah, so that would be the tens spot, the first number.
Okay, so so it's a 93.
Dang.
I was like, I don't know if this is a 39 or a 93, but I rolled a 90 and a 3. So
Maggie gives this guy no room to catch his breath, no room to recover his stance. She's just wailing on him with her hammer. She's got like a flow going. It's just blow after blow. He's trying to back up, back up. He ends up out of the ring without realizing it. And Maggie, just to show off a little bit, she stops, puts the butt of her hammer on the ground, and turns up her nose a little bit to look down at him as he realizes where he's standing.
Oh my god! She knew it the whole time. She's like, done.
And he looks down, sees the line dusted in the sand, looks up at Maggie. He just collapses down into a seated position and bows his head at her in respect.
Well, damn.
Nice.
Maggie
All the cheering.
is victorious.
So much cheering.
So much cheering. Made mark down for posterity that Maggie was the victor.
Good job, Maggie. Good job, dice. I used my really fun dice that I can't use for Lucas because they're too pretty.
I used my big chunky one that I usually use for Maggie, but it knew who it was up against and it rolled low on her behalf.
Good
Loyal
job,
dice.
Maggie.
Maggie's die said, "Fuck that red moon."
100%. Way to represent Maggie. You got this.
It was like, he doesn't control me. The crowd erupts into more cheering as Sheed Kaltor comes out. I'm gonna look at his name again and realize I'm saying like his first and last name in reverse at some point. But no, he comes out to congratulate all the victors. I would do it in character, but my throat though is not gonna let me. Payouts, by the way, since that was ×2, Arno makes a profit of 40. Lucas and Thorn, profit of 50. Ben earned a profit of 100 gold.
Good
on
job,
Maggie's
Ben.
Nice.
And with that, let us take a break. And I will get some water and prepare introductions for the afternoon matches.
Get yourself some
Use-
tea with honey in particular.
Yeah, right.
I might do that. Go get me some Gollum juice. As the morning matches come to a conclusion, people start to filter out of their seats. Some people are sticking around. They've got their snacks to tide them over. It is close to an early lunchtime, and from what you were told, there's enough of a break before your afternoon matches. You don't have to rush down there and get ready and get going right now. So you have the option to linger for a bit, talk amongst yourselves, psych yourselves up, or you can go get some lunch, come back, go straight down to the fighters prep area, whatever suits your fancies.
Ben votes for lunch.
Of course he does.
Yeah. Ix would want to eat a little bit beforehand.
They have a cafeteria. Everything
there
is
we go.
expensive.
Maybe
Um,
not.
I don't know. If Thorn did a lot of winning,
It's
maybe
like-
he needs to start paying.
I mean,
It's
we
like,
can pay for things that are not overpriced food. Like,
It's like when you go to the baseball field and a bottle of water is $8.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no.
it's awful. It is a ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like-
no.
It's not like a movie theater though. There's no signs over all the entrances that say no outside food allowed.
Right?
So
Yeah.
they're not
Get
that extreme.
ourselves a light lunch. Make our way back.
Yep. We got a magic carpet. We'd be able to get there and back, no problem.
X. Any manner of preparations or anything you guys want to do, or shall we jump cut to getting ready for the afternoon night?
Jump cut.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Lucas is
Alright.
putting his actual armor on once they're in the fighters area, like to prep.
Excellent. Get that 16 AC back instead of 13 or whatever it is
Yep.
with the chain shirt.
Yep. I'll sweat
Mm.
for this.
Gonna make you sweat.
Gonna make you sweat.
All right. Well, so you get down to the fighters area. It is. I can't say it's at ground level because ground level is the top of the stands, but you are at floor level, I suppose, with the fighting area. There are. You could kind of see this from up top, but there are rows of like arched doorways leading out from where you are out onto the open field, down at the basin of the bowl. There are places where you can prepare. There seems to be like training areas off to the side, places for you to whip out your whetstone and sharpen your blades, prepare bowstrings, don armor, whatever needs to be done in advance. Benches here and there for people to sit while they wait their turn or wait for the other matches to conclude. You see, Sheed Kaltor comes down into the area before going out to the field himself to announce everyone. Reminds everybody of the rules. Try not to kill each other. Maximum entertainment value. Don't break the rules unless it enhances the entertainment value. Yeah, all that good stuff. Encourages you to do your bests and make the audience cheer. And the orc gentleman makes his way out onto the field. Pull up my notes again. Welcome back, folks. I hope those morning matches got you excited for what comes next. We've got another batch of newcomers this afternoon, many more of them from overseas. There's cheering, jeering, the usual, similar to what you got this morning, but not quite as loud. There's a few empty seats. Some people, it seems, come for the morning matches with the more usually seasoned combatants, unless the cocky newcomers come in asking for a challenge, and occasionally get their butts handed to them, or put on a really good show and earn their friends a whole lot of money unknowingly. Rising from Avernus itself to curse his opponent, prepare yourselves for the Hellcat. And he signals Lucas to come out onto the field. Oh, I should have mentioned, he does tell Lucas in advance that you are up first. Which I guess I did tell you. I did tell you after session that you were up first, but that was not
It's
on
all right.
camera.
It's all right. Lucas
Yes.
flashes the rest of the group like a wink and a smirk and heads on out.
Arno gives him inspiration.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful. For the sake, by the way, of keeping as many people as possible engaged at once, for the afternoon matches, going to have 2 simultaneous matches. And just to keep it from getting confusing, they're going to be simultaneous in universe as well, because I don't want to sort that out. So he does also tell Ix that you are second.
Oh, fuck.
But Lucas is introduced. Lucas comes out as Hellcat from Avernus. I think I need a priest to save me from this ring, folks. Here on his pilgrimage from the Heartmoor, what better place for a man of cord than in the Bowl of Judgment? I give you Camille, the War Turtle. And
Of course, it's a fucking turtle.
A turtle priest. A turtle priest.
If he beats you, he can level up and evolve into a Blastoise.
That's still one of my favorite D&D jokes that I came up with by myself. Played that.
Freaking brilliant.
I played him for a one-shot at level 1. Let's see what he does at whatever level he is now. Also, I have art of these people.
This is how Stars gets to use all the characters that he doesn't get a chance to play because he's always DMing.
I'm okay with this.
Oh, you have no idea. Let's see.
Well, now I'm worried.
I realize I need to pull up stats for Kamale because we're actually going to do fights this time.
Oh.
Let me get Kamale the War Turtle. I didn't have to think of a nickname for him because he came pre-packed with a nickname.
Nice.
So you got him in a trade and you weren't able to change his nickname?
I was not. Also, trivia, Kamale is the Japanese name for War Turtle.
Nice, nice.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Just brilliant.
So, he is posted in art.
Oh, look at this bad boy.
That's not quite what his weapon looks like, but I liked the rest of the picture too much to not use it. So yes, Kamale enters the field to stand across Lucas, which let me, by the way.
Ooh. Here we go.
Move you guys to the token layer. On the second field, slithering to us from across the Lucidian Ocean. She's lean. She's mean. She's ready to make a scene. Let us welcome Viper.
That was fucking baller.
Ix also has bardic inspiration.
So good.
Yes. Is that a D4?
D6.
Oh my god, I forgot that you rock. All right.
All right. Her opponent gets a little bit of a briefer introduction. Hailing from parts unknown, she's an ice-cold warrior. Esmeralda! And yes, that was for you, Jess.
Fuck you, Stars.
What?
Kitty been talking to me.
What's been going on? What's the significance
Kitty!
of this?
Betrayed! Betrayal! Oh.
What? What?
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Am I supposed
What
to
did
kill her
you
now?
do, Kitty?
So yes, Ix, your opponent comes out. Has the let's see. Well, I don't have to describe an appearance. Let me get the picture here of Esmeralda.
She looks so cute.
Oh, she's looking cute.
It's
Too bad I'm
a,
gonna smash her nose in.
Oh god.
a rather beautiful looking woman with luminous green hair and a green robe around her. She does not appear armored, but she does carry what does she does have a mace slung at her side.
Oh, fun. Okay, so no hugs. Got it.
But she appears unarmored and unarmed aside from the axe. Kamale is wielding his big old maul, and he looks like he knows how to use it. Let us go ahead and have you two roll initiative.
$17.
See. let me to add it on here. I should be on the correct layer. 17 for Lucas, 13 for X. These guys. Well, Kumail got. Let's see. Let me add him on here. Kumail got a natural 18, which means he goes after Lucas
Why?
because he has
-2.
-2.
Oh, I won by 1. All right.
Let's see. And Esmeralda. Oh, let me get. I didn't name these tokens. Let me fix that real quick. You can tell I am very prepared for all things, always, all the time.
Prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Too prepared. So prepared. Oh man.
And
Nice,
hit
nice,
points.
nice.
Okay. That.
See, what sucks is all of Lucas's special abilities rely on helping other people.
Oh.
He's got like 4 reactions, and he has to use them on someone other than himself.
Still do some good smiting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is going to be Smite Central. So
This should go swimmingly. Let's see. Actually, Lucas, what is your dexterity?
my dexterity is +1.
12 or 13.
Oh, 13.
Okay. I'll actually put you above Esmeralda. So we will have you go first.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's do it. And Lucas won the initiative, so he gets to like go super first. So, what he is going to do,
To remind myself what these people do.
right?
I made their
Same.
sheets like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
All right, let's see what happens here. So, Lucas is gonna heft Magra, and he's gonna start off by running on in, and we're gonna try and whack with it right off the bat. Super
Well, alrighty
predictable.
then. Oh, also, before we get too much into it, I'm assuming Lucas is fine with the default 2nd level or lower magic slots.
Yeah, I don't have anything above that.
Very good. Does X prefer to stick at 2nd and lower, or does she want no cap?
No cap. Let's fuck each other up.
No cap. All right.
I don't
do
have
it.
above 2nd level spells.
Yeah, but how cocky are you?
Oh, so cocky, but not cocky enough to make them 3rd level.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Also, you could make a religion check if you would like.
Sure. I'm so good at religion. I know everything about religion. I've been listening to Arno be religious. 13.
Okay. That is enough. Your opponent was introduced as a man of Cord. You know Cord to be a god of warriors and battle and thunder, all that good stuff. And it made it sound like this turtle is a holy man to a war god. So make of that what you will.
Okay. I'm ready. It's gonna be so good. So he's gonna swing with his great axe. And we are gonna get a 19 on the die, so that is a 25.
I presume he's also going to move to approach his opponent.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Maps. Can he reach his opponent? I don't know. These maps are pretty big. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, yeah, 30. Perfect. So, yes, smack. 25 to hit.
Marvelous. All right.
And we're gonna
25
roll
definitely
our
hits.
D12. That's a 12 on the die, plus 3, 13, 14, 15, plus a second level smite.
Oh,
Uh,
going all in.
right from the get-go, and I don't know what a second level smite does. Please hold.
3d8.
3d8. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15 from just Magra. And our 3d8s 4, 10, 15. 15 plus
15
15,
and
30
15.
points. 30 points of damage.
Nice.
And I
Kumail,
still have a second attack too, right?
you do. With your first swing, Kumail sees you charging towards him. He attempts to turn to catch your blow on his giant shell, but you still manage to get the squishy bits and land a devastating blow. He looks like he tanked it, but he definitely felt that.
All right. And my second attack is a 16 on the die, so it's 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
All right. Then that's going to be a d12, which is 11, 12, 13, 14. And I can have another smite, yes?
Yes.
Great.
No limit on the number of smites per turn.
All right. That's another second level smite.
Oh.
And 12, 13, 14 from Magra. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 14 plus 11 that time.
Okay, so 30 the first time and 25 this time.
Yep.
He tanks it, but your two blows combined did a lot of damage to this guy. Yeah, he is just from the holy damage striking into him with your axe. He is bloodied. He is already looking like he's in rough shape, and he looks like he is all about this. Alrighty, as that's Lucas's turn.
I do have one question. So those were my movement and my actions, right? Was any of that a bonus action?
None of that was a bonus action.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you. I'm done.
Okay. Alrighty. So facing Ixarvea in the other ring, we have Esmeralda hailing from parts unknown. This woman hefts her mace. It's not a particularly large mace, pretty normal looking mace. She takes a stance that I would like Ix to make history, arcana, or performance check. Performance with knowledge instead of charisma.
Okay, so what am I doing? Arcana and what? I'm sorry.
Arcana or history or performance using intelligence instead of charisma.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Arcana it is. 18, good sir.
18. You may have encountered this before. There is an elven martial art known as the Blade Song that typically is only taught to elves, but other races have been known to learn it at times if an elf would deign to teach them. That's what this woman looks like she's doing right now. So this is an elven magic martial art that she has assumed the stance for.
Oh, fun.
She looks like she's prepared to start dancing circles around you.
Here we go.
She shows no cockiness, no smugness, just very neutral expression the whole time. She's just here to do this thing. That is her bonus action. As her action, she is going to cast a spell. And you do not have counter spells, right?
Hold on, I think I do. I do have counterspell.
All right. You may, if you wish, make an Arcana check to identify what spell she is casting.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
DC is 12.
Oh, she got 15. Barely made it.
Esmeralda is attempting to cast Mirror Image.
Well, that blows. Hold on. Okay. I can't remember what level mirror image is, which is funny because I use it for my other cleric.
It's a second level spell.
Oh, then I'll let it happen.
Okay. All right. So she has assumed her dancing stance, and now there are 4 of her. All righty. That'll do, I suppose. Oh, also, I'm going to mark that you two have inspiration from Arno.
Okay.
Can have that little.
And you can use inspiration on anything, like an attack, like or like damage, or like just the roll.
So
any D20 roll, I think.
Any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay.
So if it's a D20,
You
then you can add the D6 to it if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think
So,
you can do
and you
so.
can-
Yeah, go ahead. You're the one reading it.
Oh.
I'm just guessing off the top of my head.
Yeah. So you can add it after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome of it.
Right. Okay.
So you're like, a 14? That doesn't sound like it's going to be high enough. Let me add a D6 to that.
Okay.
So thanks. So Lucas and Ix have been marked with their little all for one for all logo as your inspiration.
Right.
All right. She looks ready to meet you. She takes just a few steps forward and seems to be inviting you to approach,
Oh, goody.
which we will get to in a moment because it is Kamel's turn. Kamel the War Turtle. Let's see. What will he start with? Any of these bonus actions? Alrighty. Kamel hefts his maul. He is going to make a Great Weapon Master strike on Lucas. Let us see how this goes. Let's see. (21 minus 5, 16 to hit. Your AC is 16, right?
Meets beats.
It just barely hits. So that is going to be a pathetic little D6. No, I wrote that down incorrectly. That's 2D6. 6, 3, 9. Add a Divine Strike to that. 28 damage from his first hit of bludgeoning. Pure bludgeoning. No fancy pantsy radiant light magic on his attacks. And he is going to use his War Priest ability to make a second attack, even though clerics don't normally get 2 attacks. that is, let's see, it's another great weapon master. That is, that's only, yeah, since he took a penalty on that, that is only 7. But that's okay because he's going to channel divinity to add 10 to his attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
So 17 to hit. That is, oh, he rolled lower on his dice this time, thank goodness. 6, 9, 19 damage to Lucas. And that was action bonus action. He is just going to circle a little bit so he's not between you and the outer boundary. That will be his turn. Let us come to Ixarvea.
All right, so what Ix is going to do is she's going to bridge the distance between the two of us. And then, as an action, she is going to cast Sword Burst, which is a cantrip.
Very good, very good.
Esmeralda will need to take a DC Dex 15 saving throw. Sorry, I said that all weird.
DC 15.
That is correct.
Well, that's a total of 4.
Oh, she failed hard. Hold up.
And her mirror image does nothing to protect her since it hits all of them.
Yeah, it does nothing, but my 1+1 on the 6 is fucking fantastic. So 2 goddamn fucking. That's 2 force damage.
I'm so sorry.
And then as a bonus action, Ix will cast Hexblade's Curse.
Natural. So she is.
So mad, so mad.
Hex curse.
Yes.
Right. Is that all of your turn then?
Ix will kind of crouch a little bit lower to the ground as if she's going to unsheath Sassy. And that will be her turn.
Lucas. I think you're going to have the shortest battle here.
Let's
And
do this
it
again, Magra. You're my
It
baby.
is so lucky that you beat his initiative by 1.
Okay, that is a. Come here. Yeah. Dirty 20 to hit.
Nice. Definitely hits.
Definitely hit. Okay. Wham! 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage, plus another second level smite. So 13. Oh, that's not even a number. Please hold. There we go. 8, 10, 20. 13 plus 20.
Dang. Well, he had
33.
11 hit points left. So, fortunately, he's a
damn.
big boy, so you didn't come close to killing him.
Good.
But he is knocked the F out.
Arno's jumping up and down from the sidelines.
Oh my. A lightning quick round accompanied by the thunderous blows from these 2 warriors. An impressive display, to be sure. What is Lucas at right now on HP, out of curiosity?
21.
Oh, better than I thought.
Yep.
But definitely good that you went first.
Yes.
No joke.
Alrighty then. Well, since your bout is already done, they will lead you off the field to go rest and recuperate and watch the rest. Somebody will come out and actually, no, the Kenku is going to come out, cast a spell on Kumail just to get him barely up so he can make his way off the field as well. Let us clear the way. Let's see. Who was next? Okay, this is one I have to improv a little bit, so let me go back to what they sent me. All right. Well, folks, let us go ahead and fill the vacancy, shall we? Up next, water.
Up next, water.
Damn stars. I typed that in everything.
Just automatic.
I couldn't do it. I had to take a drink. Okay. Up next, the prophesized master of the martial arts, legendary hero of the Menagerie Coast, Bernard Kuhn, the Dragon Warrior.
Oh, I love it.
Ben is
Someday
going to
we're-
come out with his cloak completely up and over his face. And he's going to hold Steve in his right hand in its smallest form, the little, like, 12-inch long, I don't know, just little stick form, and just hold it out straight in front of him and wait for the opponent to show up.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That's fantastic.
And up against this mighty foe, we have a local from here in Oncarel, doing business in the very own Suncut Bazaar. He's here to advertise his own works. Maybe you'll pay him a visit. I give you Grom Galanadel. And
Oh,
let
I
me
thought
give
he-
you
Is it the
Grom
guy?
Galanadel.
Is it the dude that sold the shitty fucking?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This
Lucas
Imagine-
was so ready to beat the shit out of this guy when he came back.
He goes back on the field, shove the pen away. No.
now I wish I had done that. But no. So Ben, this gentleman walks out to stand across from you. It's a little hard to tell at first. Like, he looks like an orc, but the more you look at him, the more his features look elvish. And if I could ask you to make a history check for me, since you are standing close and have the best look at him.
I got a 6.
Yeah, he is either an orc or an elf. It's hard to tell which. But there is his picture. He comes out dressed normally, just in his business attire. But then he, like you do with, like, East Asian robes that have the sash-like belt. He kind of, pulls his sleeves out of the top, and it rests down at his sides to expose his bare arms and chest. And this man is covered.
If he
in
wants to see
tattoos.
bare arms, I can make that work.
I mean,
Mhm.
but yes, no, he is He is absolutely covered in tattoos.
Just had to put me up against a monk, didn't you?
He's actually not a monk,
Good.
but he wields no weapons and has no armor. Actually, does he? Nope, he has no armor.
How is he advertising stuff? He ain't got stuff.
He
Maybe he sells tattoos.
is a tattoo artist.
He sells his body, guys.
If I could have Ben roll initiative, we will add you to the initiative tracker.
Oh, I was worried he was gonna ask ask Ix to roll a wisdom save to see if she's distracted by the fact that he's shirtless.
There was one thing I wanted to do. I'm hoping you'll let me do it before the combat starts because it's not really anything special. I want Ben to, as he goes out there and holds up Steve, I want him to take his free hand, throw over the hood of his cloak, letting his head out, and hold out Steve and just yell, "Steve, stretch!" to the 10-foot rod size.
Very nice, very nice. All right. Oh, and he needs a name on the tracker. Let me add your name, Grom. So I have one victor so far in his debut match. Let us see how the rest do as we come to the top of the round with Esmeralda, with Ix in her face, throwing magic swords around and about to draw a physical sword that is also magic. Let's see. So as she is still kind of bobbing and swaying in her dance-like motions, she takes her mace, chants something, which again, if you want to, you can make an Arcana check, but it looks like she's about to cast a cantrip on her mace.
Oh, I don't want her to cast anything on that freaking mace.
You can make an Arcana check if you want.
Does a 13 tell me what it is?
It is Booming Blade.
Oh, I'm gonna let that happen.
Okay. She chants something under her breath. Her mace starts to emanate like these sonic pulses almost. And she brings it down upon you with a not a very good roll. That is just an 11 to hit. So she misses with the booming mace. She winds back up, considers taking a second swing at you, but instead, no, she is going to do that. She's going to just take a second swing at you. This one, she is not casting the spell again. This is just a strike with her mace, which is also going to miss. So, yes, you're in her face, and she, I don't know, she didn't expect to be cursed, maybe? Something is throwing her off her game. She's rolling very low so far. And she is just going to circle around a little bit, continuing her flowing motions. Brings it to X.
All right, now. Oh, she moved a little bit further. Oh, that's okay. All right, I gotta make sure that what I'm looking at doesn't extend to the other battlefield. I don't want to fuck their thing.
Also, don't influence the other matches. In addition to, don't affect the spectators.
Unless it looks cool. Unless it's part of the entertainment.
That one is not on that bullet list.
Oh, damn it. Either way, yeah, no, I
No,
didn't
actually,
have the
yeah,
intention.
neither of those rules is on the bulleted list for the entertainment thing. Don't affect spectators, don't affect other people's matches,
Makes sense.
regardless of entertainment value. But I mean, hey, if somebody sang them a song to make them feel good about themselves, who would know?
It's a good
Or
point.
whatever form bardic inspiration took.
That was before the match started.
Yeah.
All right, so Ix is going to bonus action Misty Step to the corner.
Skablam.
Not all the way to the corner, because in the event that she gets pushed, she doesn't want to go all the way out of the ring. So that's her bonus action. For her action, she is going to cast Fireball at 3rd level.
Oh.
That is a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw.
Guess who doesn't have counterspell prepared?
Oh, thank God.
Natural 19, so she passes the save, but roll your damage.
31 fire damage.
All right. So 31 reduced to 15, and she is going to cast Absorb Elements.
Bitch.
So 7 gets through. And her mace gets a little bit of fire wreathed around it.
Oh, neat.
All right. Action,
That will be
bonus
my-
action. Anything else?
That will be my
Staying put?
turn. Yep.
All right. Ben, your opening gambit
Ben
is just a guy with a bunch of tattoos.
is going to take one step back.
It looks very pleasant. Very, very personable.
From his new position, he's going to hold out 10-foot Steve in front of him.
Oh.
Drop it on the ground. Sit on the ground in a meditative position and cast invisibility on himself.
I see, I see. Better make it entertaining for the crowd. All right. Anything else? Bonus action?
That is Ben's first turn.
All right. Grom Galanadel. Also an oddly orcish first name, elvish sounding last name. Let's see. Well, I did not expect. I forgot you can turn invisible. That wasn't a thing when I made this guy. Let's see. Does he have any recourse? Oh, okay then. Well, first thing he's going to do. That lasts for. Okay. Grom, in addition to his tattoos, he has a number of things on his person, like a buckle at his belt. Not in the picture, but he has like a band around his arm that has like another plate. These have some kind of runes etched into them. He is going to tap into the power of one of his runes.
Oh.
And do that.
He was a big boy, but now he's a big boy.
So, if I recall right, he is now 12 feet tall.
Climb him like a tree.
He is going to come to the middle of the battlefield. Also, I'm going to flip him so he's facing the right way. And, well, and he just looks like he is at the ready He's in a kind of a prepared stance. He's looking around for any sign of his opponent. Esmeralda. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So Esmeralda looks to Ix like she's sizing you up all over again. Like she had her initial impression of you. She's getting a fresh take on you now. She is going to Misty Step over to you.
Ooh,
She's going to raise her mace again.
don't you dare.
That is better than the natural 3 she rolled last time. That is going to be 22 to hit.
Ooh, can I do reaction silvery barbs?
You can.
I'd like to do that.
All right. $12.
She misses, and I get advantage on the next hit.
All right. So you expect her to follow up with a second strike of her mace. She lets that arm fall to her side.
Ooh.
She closes her eyes for a moment, just a brief moment, takes in a deep breath through her nose, and blows something out at you.
God, no, the last time this...
She's not casting a spell.
Guys, the last time this happened, my brother died.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage because of silvery barbs.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to use Arno's D6 because I rolled a 12 and a 13, and I don't think that 13's enough, and I don't want her touching me.
Very good, very good.
Mm-hmm. And Arno, my man, you're getting a kiss at the end of this because that's a +6, so that's 19 dexterity save.
19 dexterity, excellent. Well, between that and her not rolling very well at all, Ix takes 2 psychic damage.
She just gave me a headache. That's inconvenient.
She blew on you and it gave you a headache.
Oh, her breath probably smelled rank.
Also, make an Arcana check, even though it's not a spell.
That is a 23, good sir.
This human woman just used a breath weapon on you.
She ain't human.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do I roll to see what race somebody is? Is that racist if I roll to see what race somebody is?
That depends on the manner of your inspection.
I mean, it's only to figure out what the hell she is. But I mean, I'm in the middle of battle. I don't think I'd be wasting time on that at this moment.
You know, that would require an action at minimum. So yeah, no, that's her action and bonus action because she Misty stepped, just because she can. She's going to stay where she is. And I just realized something. Okay, carry on. That is Ix's turn.
Perfect. I'm going to use my action to attack her with Sassy.
By all means.
Does 14 hit?
Let's see. It almost hits, but she dances out of the way.
Aw, bitch. All right.
14 is her AC before Blade Song.
Makes sense. Okay. Well then, I'll do a second attack with Sassy.
All right.
That is a 15 to hit.
Dances out of the way.
Oh, I hate this girl.
You're both missing each other over and over again, although in her case, one of those was because of silvery barbs.
That's true. I get advantage on one of those.
No, you got advantage on your dexterity saving throw. Because it's the next d20 roll that you make.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you.
You just got excited because you thought it was going to be for an attack roll.
I did. I did get excited.
Roll a save instead. Oh, man, there's things she could have done if she had hit you, but it was not meant to be. All righty. Anything else for your turn? Bonus action?
Yes. We're going to do bonus action. Where the hell did it go? Spirit Shroud.
Oh.
This is a concentration spell. Pretty much out of nowhere, Ix kind of, she still has Sassy in hand, but with her other hand, she'll kind of raise up her hand as if she's dragging something from the ground, and it looks like undead spirits just crawl right out of the ground around her. They are intangible and invulnerable. Until the spell ends, any attack I make deals an additional 1d8 extra damage when I hit a creature within 10 feet of me. The damage is going to be radiant damage. And then any creature that takes damage can't regain hit points until the start of its next turn, but of course this won't matter until next. But she is concentrating.
Gotcha.
And that will be her turn. She will not move.
Also, the flames fade from around Esmeralda's mace, since she only had one turn to hit you from the absorber.
Ooh, thank goodness that didn't come back to bite me.
Alrighty. That brings us to Ben, the Dragon Warrior.
Ben is going to stand up and kick up Steve and grab it, which should now just be floating in midair because he's still invisible. And he wasn't holding that when he went invisible.
I like it.
And then he's going to run straight up to... Well, you know what? Actually, let's see if you'll let me embellish this a little bit. He's a big guy.
Oh, he is a big guy.
Can I take Steve, throw him over top of the big guy, have Ben run and slide between his legs, go catch Steve, and go all the way to the other side of the arena?
Make an acrobatics check.
I'm good at those, but don't screw me over, dice. I kind of have a finishing move I want to do if this goes well, if you will let me, but we'll see what happens.
Gotta have some panache.
It's a 13.
13. He can't see you. You got dope monk stuff going on. You can distract him with the staff, and then you said slide between his legs.
Yep. And then
go for it.
If you will let me continue with this ridiculous action, I want to go to the last square over here. Let me move Ben. I want to have him like pole vault on 10-foot long Steve and try to balance perfectly so that the stick is just standing straight up with Ben balancing like a dope monk on top of it.
Actually, I need to check one thing here. Okay. As Grom sees the staff and the footprints kicking up dust coming towards him, his eyes focus on you, realizing that you hadn't already moved from where he last saw you. He seems prepared. He had a readied action. He attempts to grapple you.
Okay.
And rolled a natural 5, so you get between his legs just fine.
Excellent. He'd have disadvantage on that too anyway, right?
Well, it's not an attack roll.
But I am invisible.
Have to know where you are, so it's kind of hinky, but
You got a natural 5 on the single
Yeah,
roll.
I guess it doesn't matter. So.
But are you just sliding between his legs and showing off for the moment, or are you doing anything to him?
Not to him. Did you catch the last part about balancing on the stick?
Ah. Yes, very good. So the stick is just vertical, and you're still invisible on top of it.
Still invisible, balancing on top of it, yes.
Excellent.
Trying to provide the entertainment, even while invisible.
Alrighty. Well, that's the most important thing. If you were just invisible and it was bullshit, then you would get penalized for that. But since you're making a show of it, well, Grom can see the pole, of course. He is going to come over to you. Okay. Okay. He is going to tap into another one of his runes, because he has several. You see, since you are close to him, you're about at eye level with him now, standing on top of Steve. You're a little above his eye level, but not by too much, because Steve is 10 feet long right now. But looking down at him, as he approaches you, you can see his eyes kind of turn a slightly bluish white, have a glow to them, and almost look like if you were to look into his eyes, it almost is like they're crackling with lightning. Like there's a storm brewing.
His really dreamy eyes.
Stormy eyes, even. Stormy blue. But
no, those are Lucas's eyes.
He approaches the staff, not realizing that you're on top of it. He is going to attempt to grab the staff.
Okay.
We'll make that an opposed check, since that could be a grapple or a disarm, really. Go ahead, make an acrobatics if you want to keep him from stealing your staff.
$18.
Ooh, 16. So close.
In the interest of fairness, does he have advantage on that because he's giant from his rune?
Let's see. Oh, strength checks and strength saving throws. We'll say that's canceling out. Well, no, because the staff is not invisible. So yeah, good looking out. That was a 14.
Ben's a fair fighter.
Let's see.
Except when he doesn't want to be.
Truly. Okay. He is not activating that second rune then, because I forgot he already had advantage on things, because that was going to do something about that. So his eyes are not stormy, for better or worse. But he does have 2 attacks, so he's going to try that again.
Another acrobatics.
Oh, those were not very good.
I don't know if acrobatics, but if you did, I got 22.
So he reaches out to grab it, and somehow from atop the staff, you're standing up there. You shift your weight so that the staff moves out of the way of his grasp twice in a row. So he ends up grabbing air, and the staff evades him. So let us come back around to Esmeralda, as Grom is just struggling and the crowd is having a laugh.
Ben's definitely entertainment. Lucas over
he's-
here like, I'm done. Ben's over
like,
here
this
like,
guy
I
can't-
got you.
Guy can't even grab a stick.
Lucas
he's
is
just-
in and out, efficient.
He's just fighting this stick, and it is making a fool of him. All right. So you are still in melee with her. Let's see. Stuff. Okay. She is going to back off from you a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
You
I'd like that attack of opportunity.
You are welcome to it.
Yes. That misses.
What'd you get?
12.
Check a thing real quick. Okay. Yes, all four of her dodge out of the way of your attack.
Hooray.
She backs up. Since you were getting fancy with some nice big spells, she's gonna have a go herself.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's go.
She starts to cast a spell. Would you like to roll an Arcana?
Yep. Nope. That's a 6. It says no fucking clue.
All right.
But I mean, she'll still do counterspell if you'll allow that.
You are welcome to. Are you counterspelling her?
Yep.
Make a charisma check.
Ooh, just a check, not a saving throw.
Not a check. This is a spellcasting ability check to see if you can counterspell because she is casting higher than 3rd level.
18.
18. You counterspell her Ralotham's Psychic Lance.
Ooh. That would have given me more than a headache. Upgraded to a migraine.
Which would have been 7d6 psychic damage.
No, thank you.
Unless you passed an intelligence save.
I have +1 intelligence, so I would have had to roll real high.
Oh, and you would have been incapacitated.
Oh, yikes.
So,
no.
Good looking at.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. She looks at you a little surprised. Kind of snorts grudging respect. And stands to meet you as we come back to your turn.
All right. So we are going to do 1st level Guiding Bolt as an action.
Sure.
That is a 28 to hit.
Nice.
One of her is obliterated.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah,
Got to
there's
be kidding
only
me.
now there are 3 Esmeraldas.
That's fucking bullshit.
Calm
Okay.
down, Iron.
Okay. That's all right. With your permission,
Mhm.
and I have to know how this is gonna work.
Mhm.
At this point in time.
Oh,
Oh
I
yes.
just realized You used your reaction to use an attack of opportunity on her.
Oh, I did. You're right.
So take back your third level spell
Oh,
slot.
there's a counter spell. Oh
Yeah, my bad.
no.
Give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
All right, hold on. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to mute notifications. I'm trying to click stuff and Kitty keeps posting and I can't click stuff.
I don't have that many d6s.
Oh, joy. That would be an 8.
8.
So,
Oh, wow. That is kind of amazing. So I only have 6 d6s. So I rolled those, and I'm going to re-roll one more of them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yahtzee.
That's pretty great. Never seen that happen. So that is 21 plus, so 26 psychic damage.
Ouch.
And you can also take a first level spell slot back.
Yay.
Because you were not able to cast Guiding Bolt on your turn.
Because I am incapacitated.
Let's see.
You can also take back that snort of grudging respect because.
Oh, I will.
Guess so.
So yes, as a shimmering beam of energy, like a third eye kind of opens on her forehead and shoots a beam of energy straight at your head, Ix. And you just feel this surge of like just electric energy in your brain. And it's not very nice, to say the least. So you are incapacitated just until the start of her next turn. You can move, you just can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, so
if you
that
would like
was-
to reposition, you can, but
I can't take actions or reactions. I can't hold actions either, correct?
correct.
Because
that is
I'd
an
have to wait
action
to the start of
reset.
her turn. Yeah. Well, nope, I will not be moving. That is all I will be doing. Actually, no. I guess since I have all my shit back, sort of, kind of.
Regained a first and third level spell slot.
Yeah. Would you consider me giving direction to Spren an action?
Talking is free. Does not
I just
use an
closed out of
action.
all of that. Did not mean to close out of all of that. That's okay. I'll log back in a second.
It didn't hit you that hard.
No, it didn't. It did not. But
I mean, it hurt,
here we are.
but
Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. She will direct him to crawl from her neck up to her arm, her right arm, to her hand, and be ready to attack.
Very good, very good. All right. Ben.
All right.
This guy is looking at your knees right now.
Can I actually have Ben now switch to balancing upside down, and I'm going to break my invisibility by punching him in the face and say, "Hey, big guy, I'm right here."
Absolutely.
Can I have advantage because I'm because I'm invisible, so.
You're invisiblest.
Hmm.
24 to hit.
Damn.
8 damage, and let's use some key points. Let's stunning strike this mofo.
Did we turn you around? There we go.
So can I get a constitution save from him, please?
Oh, let's see. So he took 8 damage and a con save. Okay. Oh. Let's see. He's pretty okay at those, but that is only a 12 because he rolled low.
DC 13.
I should have had him keep that storm rune up.
All right, so he's stunned. Then what I want Ben to do is Dope Monk flip right over top of him to land over here. Taking Steve with him, of course.
No acrobatics needed.
Do I get advantage on further attacks because he's stunned?
You do.
I do? Oh, that's excellent. Let's keep this party going. Let's do another hit.
See. Solid hit. Nothing.
We're going to spend another key point and do Hand of Harm.
Oh. Rude.
So there's an extra 5 necrotic damage on that. And because it doesn't cost me anything extra, I realize this probably won't have any effect, but I am going to give him the poisoned condition, which I think only lasts until the end of... Is it my next turn? Let me see here. Until the end of my next turn. So I guess, yeah, whenever. But he's also stunned until the end of my next turn. So it's probably not that useful, but I don't care. I want him to be poisoned and stunned. And we're going to spend one more key point and turn this into a flurry of blows for 2 more attacks.
Oh, naturally. Yeah.
Does 15 hit?
15 does not, 17 does.
Did I get 17? Oh, excellent.
Yeah, you got 15 and 17 on your advantage roll. Eight. 28 definitely hits. Yeah, the stuns definitely help because you would have missed those last 2 attacks.
I'll take it. And then just because I can and Ben can move for days, he's going to throw Steve on the ground over in this corner and just do backflips going back into the opposite corner of the arena.
Very good, very good.
Was that while you were invisible?
He showed himself when he started punching.
Oh, okay, okay.
He appeared upside down on top of the staff, over this guy, pushed him a bunch in the back of the knee, and then back to the other corner. All right, well, it's his turn. He is stunned, so not much he can do about that. So Esmeralda.
Here we
Back around
go.
to you. Unfortunately, incapacitated does give her advantage on any attacks.
Thank God.
So
Unfortunately.
at least there's that. She is going to cast another spell at you. Is
Okay.
make an Arcana check if you would like.
I mean, I can. Hold on.
You have your 3rd level spell slot back.
Yeah, but I can't take any reactions.
No, we already passed the turn that you were incapacitated.
Oh. Oh.
Beginning of her next turn.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, she rolled a 6. She don't know what the fuck she's doing.
Okay. So she's going to spell at you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, but do so with advantage.
A what saving throw? I'm sorry, you cut out.
Wisdom with advantage.
Wisdom with advantage saving throw. Got it. Natural 20, good sir.
Excellent. He yells something at you that for some reason, like in your core, starts to like almost make you feel afraid, but you can feel that resonating in your hand and whatever she's trying to do does not make its way to you. And she seems to notice this and looks like, very slowly, her eyes widen just a little bit in contained surprise.
Okay, so not a scoff of like, I acknowledge you, but a surprise. I'll take it.
It's like, oh, what was that? That will be her turn. So now we are actually back to Ix.
She did lose her concentration. So just to let you know, FYI, not that came up at all at this point. And she is going to Eldritch Blast.
Remind me what you were concentrating on?
The shield. Sorry, I just like zoomed out of everything.
I think I remember you saying you were concentrating on something, but I think I had completely missed what it was. Okay.
Sorry, it was a Spirit Shroud. It just added 1d8 if I attack.
That's right, Spirit Shroud. Okay. Gotcha,
all right,
gotcha.
so she will Eldritch Blast. Does 25 hit?
Eldritch Blast. Let me find out if 25 hits. 25. Your blast goes into the mix of Esmeraldas that are just dancing and churning around each other, and it's real one.
Okay, I'm sorry. You cut in and out of there really bad again. What did I hit?
Sorry. So you fire your blast into the mix of 4 Esmeraldas dancing around each other in a mesmerizing pattern, and against all odds, your blast hits the real one.
Oh, thank goodness.
And does the Blade Curse add extra damage to that?
+3, it sure does.
Okay, don't want to forget that. So yeah, do roll your damage with the bonus. Or you can roll your second blast first and roll together if you want.
Oh yeah, I should roll my second Eldritch Blast. Oh, and instead of it being prismatic, now it's kind of like a white shimmery light instead of multicolored.
Dig.
First Eldritch Blast was a +3, so 11 points of force damage.
What?
Second Eldritch was 17 to hit.
One of her goes poof.
Hip hip hooray. That is my action.
So now there are only 3 Esmeraldas. There were going to be. She looks like she definitely fit that.
Ix will hold her. Well, I guess she can't hold a bonus action. She won't move. That will be the end of her turn. She will still kind of direct Spren to be ready. In the event that she comes back into her space, can she direct Spren to bite her? Or at least attempt to with one of them?
Sure. Spren can prepare action. That is Spren's action, not Ix's.
Yeah, it would just be if she got back into her space again, whether she attacks or not. It's just a matter of Spren being like, you're too close, I bite you now.
Gotcha. All right. Ben. Grom is still stunned until the end of your turn, I think. Or is it the beginning of your turn?
I hear you.
Ben's going to run up next to him. And he's going to, because he knows he only has like a couple seconds to do this, he's going to point at a few spots on his body and look to the crowd to see where they cheer the most. And wherever they cheer the most is where he's going to start punching. So let's do that.
Performance check, just because.
All right, I'm super great at those.
I cannot wait.
8.
8. That's enough to give you advantage on the attack.
Well, which I should still have anyway because he's stunned, right? But I'll take double advantage.
That's the joke.
Womp womp. All right.
Womp, womp.
So unarmed strike. Not gonna hit. Only got a 13 with that one.
You take a swing at him. This man who is not armored and look like he's trained in martial arts the same way you have, just judging from the type of muscles he's built up. You can see a tattoo on his left arm glows it. It has motifs that look like almost like a shield pattern with lines coming off of that. Yeah, you try to punch him, your blow connects, but he takes no damage from it, and the tattoo glows a little bit.
Ben will shake off his fist just to make a show for the audience and go to punch again.
25 definitely does it. 15 would not have.
Do another strike, so a con save, if you would please.
Okay, thank goodness. I actually did well on that, and that is a 22.
All right, let's do another key point. I have 3 left, and I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to spend all 3 before the end of the turn, so I'm just going to mark those off first.
Okay. Just for funsies, make a medicine check.
Medicine? 7.
Okay. Yeah, you beating this guy up real good. You should keep doing that.
Okay.
One definitely hits, even without advantage.
I wanted to fish for the crit, but instead I got a natural 1.
Well, 21 definitely hits.
So I wanted to do another stunning strike, so if I could get another con save for him, that was one of the key points I spent.
All right. I'm going to not do that because he had 8 hit points.
Oh, okay.
So you take your blow, you hit his pressure points, and it's to tell if he would have passed or not, because he falls first to his knees and sideways onto his shoulder, and he out like a light.
I imagine Ben's going to wind up for that second punch and then watch the guy go down and be like, oh, okay.
Like, he did not get off his wares.
Sorry, buddy, but not that sorry.
He was classed by the Invisible Dragon Warrior.
Maybe he'll give you a discount on a tattoo for being.
Then I'll walk back over to Steve and just kick Steve up out of the dirt and say Steve's store and make it small. And then just put it away, put his hood back up, and walk out of the arena.
Excellent. Excellent. That was some showmanship, folks. Poor Grom didn't get to show his stuff at all, but that was an impressive display by the Dragon Warrior. It takes a little while, about, I know, 48, 42 seconds later, Grom goes back down to normal size, making it easier for them to pull off the field. Ben is able to counter off and victorious. This seems to be the lucky field here. Well, folks, let's keep things moving, shall we? Let's see.
Did he finally freeze?
Oh,
Oh.
that's yeah.
I've been waiting for it for 20 minutes, everybody.
It was leading up to it. I was like, I'm sorry, repeat that. I'm sorry, repeat that. I'm sorry, repeat
I was
that.
low-key just messaging Jess like, I don't know how Heather and Tony are understanding what he's saying. I have not gotten anything. Like,
Did stars freeze after saying "Let's keep things moving"?
yes.
Yes, it did. Hi, are you back?
Hi. None of you froze for me. I got all of that.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, you've been roboting for the past 20 minutes.
Well then.
I was
That's
waiting for someone to say something, to be honest. But...
I
I was
messaged
struggling
Kitty
through
like 15 minutes ago. I was like, is it just me? No one is commenting. Like, just me.
Yeah, because Heather and Tony just kept responding, so I was like, maybe it's just me. Like...
I could understand it enough, and I wanted to keep doing cool Ben stuff, so I just let it go.
valid. Well, we are almost at our stop time. So we're starting another match. Do we want to call it there for tonight? Wrap up the Red Bull next time?
No,
I would
I'll
say
play
that's.
forever.
I was gonna say that's up to Bast and Andy in my opinion, because I'm willing to sit through another fight.
I'd like to finish mine. Everyone else is finishing theirs in 10
I
seconds.
honestly would
40.
say, like, if we think Heather's is close to finishing, that'd be nice. That way next time we can start with me and Andy.
Yeah. Okay. Andy, you're
Okay.
muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can
I was
keep the lips on
saying
that
that
last word.
I have not drank enough caffeine to keep going.
Fair enough.
Considering.
Okay. So
So
yeah,
we
let's
can-
wrap Heather's, and then whenever Heather's done, we can do the other two next.
Go to the back half of the battle. Okay. Well then, that brings us into Esmeralda.
Oh,
Do
here
you
we-
know if you can't hear what I'm saying?
Okay.
She is going to look at you very curiously, which becomes more pronounced when she's still the flowing fancy motions, but aside, her approach still seems very casual and not clearly aggressive, but still ready to be defensive as needed. Would Spren like to take
Yes.
Spren's reaction to use that hell attack?
All right, I gotta roll a d20 plus 6. That's an 11.
Alrighty. Spren bites down on her. She doesn't get out of the way. He bites onto what looks like just bare flesh, but it sounds harder than that. And his fangs do not pierce the skin.
Can Ix perceive if that was the real one or a mirror image?
I'm going to say, actually, as she approached also, the three of her, she drops mirror image.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the real one. Let me remove that, actually, just for the full effect. So yeah, Spren does bite down onto her arm and does not skin.
Okay, cool.
You can, without having to make an action or reaction, your choice, because she is coming in close and she's just staring at your eyes, slightly narrowed. You feel like she's getting a read on you. You're welcome in turn to make either an insight, if you're trying to figure out what her game is, or an investigation if you're trying to figure out what the heck with that breath weapon and really tough human skin.
Well, that's a good question, guys. Would it be insight +2 to figure out what she's trying to discern with me, or would I do a +4 investigation to figure out what the fuck she is?
I would say that's your choice.
Okay, you know what? You're unhelpful. I ask everybody but Jess. But it's true, though.
What's more important to you? Figuring out who the fuck she is or what the fuck she wants?
What's her deal, or what's her deal?
You know what? It's going to be investigation.
Too curious about that breath attack.
Yeah, she ain't going to do nothing with that 8. God damn, these soulless dice.
Let's say, yeah, she just looks like a human, emerald green hair.
Very pretty human. I have an idea. It's still her turn.
Emerald eyes that would give yours one for their money. Well, that her was a 20 insight.
Oh, fun.
Let's see. Was this a thing she could do? Yes, it is a thing she can do.
Oh, no.
You hear in your head a message, presumably from her, even though I don't think you heard her speak. She said use verbal compose. You know what her voice sounds like. You hear her in your head. You are not what they told me. You've changed.
The fuck?
I will leave you for now to carry on with where your task may be.
Can you repeat that for the people who didn't hear that with the robot?
I will type roll 20 just to be certain.
I just, for the sake of the notes, I just, I gotta. Heather got enough of that to be concerned. I didn't.
No bueno, guys. No bueno. I don't even think
we
it's
were
part
looking
of my
for some.
backstory. Pretty sure it's one of your guys' backstory. Come and touch me. Y'all need to take a bath.
I wonder whose backstory you're thinking about.
Oh my god.
So she pulls back a little bit, so she's not like in your personal space. She takes a step back, still with the fluid motions. She has hooked her mace back into this little loop at her belt.
She is not.
Up whether or not to take a reaction.
She's not moving to attack me, so I won't move to attack her.
You get a pair of spectral wings unfurl from behind her.
Oh shit. Oh
They
shit.
They look almost draconic, but they don't resemble depictions of any dragons that you are familiar with. Like they don't look like the wings of a green dragon or a copper dragon or anything like that. They look oddly different, but draconic somehow. She gives you a nod, flies into the air, and leaves the bowl.
So she just won by default? Chick just took off?
You did also do a lot of damage to her.
Flashback to Ix being like, who the fuck forfeits in the bowl? None of you all better forfeit.
Yep, she's pissed. She's confused and pissed right now.
And
Holy
that
crap.
is where we will end session.
The fuck just happened? Everybody else having a good time? You gotta put Ix on blast. Who is that chick? Inks don't know nobody look like her. Ain't nobody got her abilities. I need to reread my background. I'm worried I forgot something.
What if she's another person of Tiamat?
Oh, then I'm telling you right
Could
now,
be.
she would have obliterated me.
Dragon.
She would have obliterated me. Because what she said
Or
was, you are not what they told me, you've changed.
or someone of Bahamut who thought that they had to like, you know, put a stop to you.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then was like, "Oh, you don't seem to serve Tiamat anymore. I think you're on the up and up."
I think we're good.
Yeah.
You passed the vibe check. That's what she did. That's what she did.
Vibe check.
I think how she's just like, oh, I got the wrong person. I'm fucking out of here.
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I thought you were someone else. Just flies away.
Zero chill.